2019 is over, and so is the decade. As we move into 2020, we're forced to ask the age-old question, what the heck did I do this year? This year felt like it flew by for me. At first I didn't think I accomplished that much, but on second review, I discovered I'd actually completed quite a bit this year. There were definitely some serious ups and downs for me personally, but how was your 2019? Definitely let me know in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear. Also, if you want to keep up to date with my adventures, make sure to click the subscribe and the bell buttons down below. This year I took 2 major trips. I went to Beijing for 1 month where I explored China's capital city with my fiancée Kathy. The second major trip I took was to Mexico City with my brother Brandon. With that being said, this is my 2019 year in review. We started our trip at the CCTV Tower. Underneath the attraction is a fun little aquarium. My favorite section was the underwater tunnel. We took an elevator to the top of the tower and got a stunning bird's eye view of China's capital city. The weather was freezing, but that allowed us to see some of the seasonal events that only are offered in the winter. We went to the Longqingsha Dam, where artists create frozen art from the dam's water. There were some really impressive ice sculptures and an entire city made out of ice with structures that you could walk through. You can take the long, winding dragon-shaped elevator up to the top of the dam. As we were walking back down, we rented scooters and coasted our way back to ground level. We also got to see the gigantic malls of Wanfujing. The stores just went on and on and on. After exploring Toys R Us, which we thought went out of business, we explored the famous outdoor food courts. Not only was the food mouth-watering, but walking around was like jumping back in time to Imperial China. And what trip would be complete to Beijing without seeing the Palace Museum, also known as the Forbidden City? Afterwards, we climbed to the top of Jinshan, also known as the Mountain with the View, to gaze upon China's largest preserved imperial palace. The Great Wall is broken up into a bunch of different sections. Kathy and I explored 2 sections of the wall. We started at Zhuyongguan, a steep, winding section of the wall guaranteed to leave you out of breath. Afterwards, we visited Mutianyu, a slightly more touristy section of the wall. Luckily, this time we took a ski lift up to the top. We took the slideway down to the bottom of the hill. Skating down the Great Wall was a blast. The Summer Palace is where China's emperors and empresses used to escape during the hot summers in Beijing. I rented a metal chair and picked my way across the ice to Longevity Hill. I climbed up the stairs to find a jaw-dropping bird's eye view of the gardens. Atop the hill is also a stunning 4-tiered Buddhist temple. I checked out a cafe in Beijing that recreated the coffee shop from the TV show Friends. Along with a very accurate copy of the Central Perk, the store has a friendly orange tabby cat and a recreation of Joey and Chandler's apartment. It was like walking onto the film set. I also showed you around Beijing's largest art district called 798. Kathy and I tried Pizza Hut in China and discovered it's an epic dining experience. A few days before Dia de los Muertos, my brother and I arrived in Ciudad de Mexico. We started our journey at the Frida Kahlo Museum, where we learned about her life, art, and personal struggles. It was really fascinating. Afterwards, we saw the luchadores battle it out at Arena Mexico. It was honestly a super fun time. The next day we explored El Bosque de Chapultepec, Mexico City's largest public park. Brandon and I even explored the castle, which is inside of the park. We also got to see a brand new event called Celebrando la Eternidad, or Celebrate Eternity. The park is completely transformed a few days leading up to Day of the Dead. They had art, music, and some really powerful performances. Also in El Bosque is the Museo Nacional de Antropología, the National Anthropology Museum. It explores the many tribes and indigenous people that inhabited Mexico prior to European colonization. It's really one of the best museums in Mexico, and I highly recommend it. Teotihuacan is the location of ancient pyramids with a somewhat mysterious background. This was once a thriving city in Mesoamerica, but it became a ghost town that the Mayans would later discover. Today it's a national park with some of the largest pyramids that you can climb in the entire world. Xochimilco is located 45 minutes south of Mexico City. Brandon and I paid for a tranquil trajinera ride down these beautiful canals. We even got the chance to try and row the boat ourselves. I'm just glad I didn't fall in the water. Back in America, I drove up to Binghamton, New York, and saw my friends Oswald and Diana. We got to attend an awesome lights and projection festival called Luma. I was really pumped to visit Denver, Colorado for the first time. My friend Jason and I started by taking in some art at the Denver Public Library. Afterwards, we grabbed some delicious poke at the Denver Milk Market. We even got to explore the Rhino Arts District, which was my personal favorite. The whole district is covered head to toe in beautiful street murals. It's really got a lot of personality. Finally, my friend Jason and I went to a concert at the Red Rocks Amphitheater. It was one of the coolest concert venues that I've ever attended. For Kathy's birthday, we drove out to Hershey Park. It was honestly a great time. There's a ton of really fun rides. Although Kathy did look a little confused to see singing cows. This year I showed you a cool new tool for animators and filmmakers alike called Google Earth Studios. You can create stunning aerial sequences for your videos without the need for a drone. What else happened this year? Oh yeah, I turned 30 and celebrated with some friends by going rock climbing. That was a lot of fun. I've been trying to do more of that. Afterwards, Kathy took me to a food truck festival where we chowed down on some greasy goodness. And speaking of Kathy, we got engaged this year. I popped the question in April, and we're getting married this June. I got some bonus points for including the dogs. Well, I want to thank each and every one of my subscribers. Thank you guys so much. You guys have really made this a wonderful year. I really look forward to sharing new content with you in 2020. And if you haven't already, make sure to click the like, subscribe, and bell buttons. Safe travels. I'm Robbie Frank. Happy 2020, and as always, I'll catch you next time.